Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny, where we look at funny things. Well, they might be funny, they might not. I don't know. We just look at things and try to laugh. Uh, uh, uh. What episode is this? 477? Yeah, just a start to your week. Hope everyone's ready to start the week. Uh, after a long weekend of trying to not fall asleep. Uh, I'm a lazy piece of shit. No, yeah, I'm just here chilling. I know I'm trying to get Social Security, trying to bleed off of that government, get some of that cheese that everyone talks about, that government cheese. Have you heard of that government cheese? That's the best kind of cheese, the government cheese. But yeah, we'll get into the news here. We could talk about the government. I'll talk about the government and all the reptilians that are everywhere in our society. U.S. congressional leaders announced top line spending deal, and congressional leaders on Sunday agreed on a 1.6 trillion top line federal spending level to avert a partial government shutdown later this month. The figure includes 886 billion for defense and 704 billion for non-defense spending. Uh, the defense portion had already been signed into law by President Joe Biden last month through the defense spending bill. I don't know how they keep like we're in debt. Seriously, right? The U.S. like trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, and we just keep finding ways to spend this money. Like why doesn't the government just shut down? I think we'd be fine, right? Maybe the postal service might shut down, but we could all go private with FedEx or UPS. They're a little bit more reliable. I wouldn't mind paying $3 more if that means the government gets to shut down and I only have to pay local taxes, not federal. But yeah, I don't see what the government really does other than argue about how they're going to spend our money, and they just give it away to other people. That's why I'm trying to get my government cheese. The fuck's my cheese? Speaking of government, though, um, Laura Boebert, right? Is that her name? Yeah, Lauren Boebert, who, if you remember, she was the one getting felt up in a play by like her boyfriend or something. She's pretty hot. Boebert's ex-husband calls police after fight with Congresswoman. Police were called to a restaurant in Colorado on Saturday night after Representative Lauren Boebert and her ex-husband allegedly got into a physical altercation. He had told police or told the Washington Post the police responded to a call made from the restaurant. The miners claim reviewing surveillance claimed that the guy claimed he was a victim of domestic violence, that Lauren Boebert had punched him in the face several times. Lauren Boebert denied her ex-husband's claims and said the incident is another reason she will be moving away from her district. I don't know. Whenever a woman domestic abuses a man, it's kind of funny, I guess. Like when we look at it, and then you look at this congresswoman, she's actually pretty hot. Like she's hotter than AOC. Like I would like, I would vote for her just on like her tits alone because she's got nice tits. She's got a pretty face too. I don't know without the glasses. She's got that librarian girl look. Librarian girl, you know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. I love you, librarian girl. But yeah, that's how she should fund. She should make a calendar. Oh boy, make a nice calendar and fucking raise some money for her district. You be raising my district, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know what her ex dude looks like, but if he's an ex, he's probably gay, and she looks like she could do a mean punch. So whatever, we'll see what happens with this. But you know how all political figures are; they get out of it somehow. What do we have next? Oh, here's Speaking of domestic violence, man killed wife with hammer to the head, buried body, and told the kids she had terminal cancer. And this dude looks like Santa Claus. 70-year-old Tennessee man was arrested this week for allegedly killing his 76-year-old wife by beating her to death with a hammer inside of their home on New Year's Day, then driving to another county and burying her remains on property the couple owned. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess he tried to tell his kids that she was terminally ill, and it was like, oh no, she's just she's just terminal, like she's just dead. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they lived a good life, 70 and 76, or maybe it was the aliens changing them, going into their minds and making them want to kill each other. I don't know. You know, uh, life's weird that way. It's different when a man hits the woman than when the woman hits the man. We all know that. But season's greetings to this Santa Claus. I know it gets tough after you get forgotten about once New Year's comes around. You got a whole another year to not do anything. Uh, Speaking of murderers, Gypsy Rose Blanchard makes red carpet debut with husband a week after prison release. And Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her husband Ryan Anderson made their red carpet debut Friday night at the New York City premiere of her new Lifetime show, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard or Blanchard. I don't know. The convicted murderer wore a black mini dress that was half lace. That's funny. And dude, if you look at the picture here, and I'll put it on the description of the video or whatever, but she has like murderer eyes. They look real creepy. And her dude, I mean, he looks like a nice guy, but he looks like a nice guy. Like if she was like, "Hey, help me do murder," he'd be like, "Okay, okay, babe," Um, but yeah, I mean, the murder, I don't know if you want to call it justified, but her mom was sick, treated her daughter like shit, so of course, it was gonna get to a breaking point, and whatever. She's paid her dues in prison and all that. I'm glad she's out and having a successful life. You could go the Casey Anthony route and be hated and have to go into hiding by everyone. But again, I'd go with Casey Anthony's OnlyFans if it were either hers or Gypsy Rose Blanchard, because I'm just not feeling her eyes. They trip me out. Her eyes they're the crazy eyes. I'm sure Casey Anthony had them too, but I could deal with it because she's just crazy. But all white women are crazy. That's actually like um news. Like I'm sure Harvard had published an article saying at least white people are crazy, but in also in tandem white women are crazy. But uh lastly here, and I don't know why this is news, Pope baptizes 16 infants in Sistine Chapel. And I don't know if he was going for like 16 and Sistine, like for them to like, you know, go with each other and be like funny about it. And then it says Pope Francis on Sunday baptized 16 infants at the Sistine Chapel following tradition for the Feast of the Baptism of the Lord, which falls on the first Sunday after Epiphany. I don't know any of these celebrations. Like they're too Catholic. Uh, he told the parents of their children to let them cry if the kids burst into tears. He told mothers to have no hesitation to feed the children if they got hungry. The Pope said that children should be taken as an example of faith to adults. May they show us how to receive our faith with innocence and with open hearts. And yeah, he's just like, what are they doing? They're like dipping him. He's in a wheelchair and they're like dipping the babies in water and then he's kissing them. And I don't know, like, how can you not take this as like creepy? You know what I mean? Like, I get in the olden times, right? If this were like a thing, if he was the voice of God and that's a blessing, blah blah blah. But nowadays, right, it's just creepy, like in this world where the internet exists and people are creepy, you're like, this is creepy, you know. Um, I don't know if I've heard of like anyone who's gotten kissed by the Pope or blessed by the Pope, if they've gone on to be super successful, you know. You don't hear like I don't know, like a star soccer player or yeah, they're thanking God. Of course they thank God, like LeBron James and football players, they're always thanking God, but they don't thank the Pope for blessing them, you know. They're just thanking God. I don't know. I just I don't get why this is like a thing. I don't get why we still have a pope, like, and how he has any power, and I don't know. I don't think I believe there is a higher power. I don't know about him speaking through a human vessel to us and him being able to relay that message, because I feel like God's word, he wouldn't speak in English. He would speak in like frequencies or something. I don't know. I believe I'm just not that much of a believer, you know. But whatever. We'll find a way to take enough mushrooms or ketamine to tear through that geometric dimension, and then get in touch with those algebraic gnomes, and have them tell us the meaning of life. I think that'd be the right thing to do, or the better thing to do than to have your baby get kissed by a pope and then almost drown underwater. But what do I know? But that's all funny. That's the podcast. So you can find That's All Funny anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny. I appreciate you listening and putting up with my daily rants of nonsense. If you want to hear me and my buddy Gabe talk about wrestling, check out the podcast That's All Kayfabe, where it's all wrestling and a lot of funny stuff. That's its own thing. Just search That's All Kayfabe, and you'll find that podcast, or look on the youtube.com/@LorenzoAriola for videos, nonsense. That's All Kayfabe. Tits and Areola is a show I do with Mint Salad. That's live on Tuesdays. You can see that every week. Or if you want to see bonuses or older episodes of that or other stuff early, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/LorenzoAriola. And it helps support the channel. $5 a month gets you everything. All those bonuses there. And if you want to just purchase some merch, exclusive prints, shirts, stickers, check out retrohorrorinc.com. We have the merch over there. It's all done by the great at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram. Or if you just want to commission some great art from him, he's a great artist. He does all the art for the shows, Bret Hart of Graphic Art. But yeah, again, I want to thank all y'all supporters, all y'all listeners, and everyone out there. We're going to keep doing this thing, and like and subscribe and all that good shit. Tell your friends, tell your children, tell your wife. We're all up in here. Yeah.